Hello, divine souls, and welcome to a tarot message with me for my YouTube collective. I have obviously wanted to start this for longer readings so that I can give my community and my collective an opportunity to receive more insights and guidance from my channel and vessel, however that needs to be for today. So I have used the Light Seer Tarot to start today's reading to really give us a message about what it is that I can assist you with in your path. And I feel that this is definitely a really good time for me to start doing these types of readings, because honestly I am, as much as I can be in my confidence in doing what I do, it's taken me a bit of time to really start realizing what I can do. And yeah, I just wanted to be able to be a guide and to be an assistance to those who would like to receive. So thank you if you are being present. Truly is a gift and a blessing to have you join me and exchange energy and co-creating these messages. So if this is your message, as you should always know, please do take it as it resonates. Anything that doesn't, just leave it for the next person who it may be for. So as this is a general message, it won't always relate to everybody, but as always, it may be guidance, clarity, confirmation, illumination, clarity, however it needs to be received by you, of course, in this moment of current space and time. Okay, and as always, this is just a look into your potential, looking into the highest potential that may be occurring right now for you in whichever timeline you may be aligning with. So I'm going to get one more card out to really just get the gist of what this message is trying to say for the collective who needs to receive it. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I have here the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card, the Two of Pentacles. That is interesting. That is 3 major arcana and 1 minor arcana. This feels like you're going through some big transformations. And I don't mean just transformations, it's like transitions in general. But like this energy of the World, the Wheel, and the Death, they're all big transformational cards. Like the Wheel is like completing cycles. The World card is completing cycles. It is now coming to the awareness that you are actually going to finalize certain things that have not been needed in this next thing that's about to happen for you, this next cycle, this next experience you're about to have in your life. And the Wheel is basically saying that with you closing out these cycles, with you having the ability to be able to set free of the things that weren't actually supposed to continue into this next phase for you, you're actually going to see a lot stir up and a lot start to change. It's like this energy of you balancing on this unbalanced like energy. But that's the point, is the Wheel of Fortune is gonna, it's like a whirlwind. Like it's gonna put you through a bit of a chaotic experience at first, but it's because you have to kind of make everything just go up in the air and kind of, you know, be a little bit winded sometimes before you start to find the calmness in the storm, to be able to acknowledge why things needed to be thrown up, shifted around, and then replaced into a new way for your path that's actually coming in this next phase. The Death card coming in with that is like this straight away, well, the reason why this is happening, the reason why that you're having cycles complete itself and times that you're acknowledging are no longer going to continue, and the Wheel of Fortune being that aspect of things needing to be shifted, things needing to change for you in a better way for it to actually benefit you. The Death card is saying that you need to allow this rebirth to occur. You need to get out of, oh, no, I almost dropped it. You need to get out of your own way and actually acknowledge that what you have to release is going to give you so much space to curate the things that you've been wanting to birth. And maybe you don't always know exactly what that is yet. Maybe you aren't in a position of being highly aware of, you know, the awareness to what exactly this is that's going to come in for you, but you don't need to know. It's this trust within the fact that if it's happening for a reason, and that it's happening in divine timing exactly the way it needs to happen. So this Death card, especially the fact that this particular symbolism in this artistry is like this light right in the middle of this cloak, right? What you cannot see is basically covered by the light that you'll find within it, right? So the death of whatever is happening right now, whatever you've had to experience releasing, that light is at the end of the tunnel, my love. Like, you do not need to overwhelm yourself and panic yourself about what's yet to come, because if you trust in it, that it's going to give you something that you've been wanting, that you may not have even realized that you've been needing as, you know, a soul to continue your journey in the right direction, that is when you can start finding the balance. Like, Two of Pentacles is saying that with all of this occurring right now, with all of these shifts and changes and reorganizing of whatever is happening in your life, is going to find this experience for you to actually allow you to to find that balance. Like, you've been juggling between so many things right now. You've been wanting to, you know, go there, go do this and be like that and show up as this, but the universe is really calling you to accept that if you can start finding balance in all these things that you want to show up as, you can embody all of it in one way. You don't have to stretch yourself thin just to kind of be everything you think you need to be right now. It's this energy of stabilize what you know of right now that is helping you, but also hold the space for the things that will be coming into your life by actually allowing yourself to experience it and know when it feels right and when it feels wrong. So then you can judge what needs to actually stay and what needs to go. And that experience for you is going to be a whole whirlwind for sure, because of what's showing up in these cards right now is telling me that you're quite literally going to have to decide what's worth it for you. And that inner reflection is going to give you the power to start actually taking charge of the direction you're taking. You know what I mean? It's such an interesting way to project the truth of who you're becoming by allowing room for it to actually become, to learn how to, like, it's kind of like this idea of the shoe will fit when it's meant to. Like, you know, it might not be you may not feel like you can feel those shoes right now, whatever the prediction and projection of what you think you have to become, but you're very much well on your way to doing that, and you need to trust that you can do that, so that, you know, you're in an actual position where by navigating this change of positioning of where you are right now, it's going to be the best thing for you right now, and it's going to actually show you that the path you may have been taking was just a temporary experience for you. You know what I mean? It's an experience that needed to happen so you could learn the lessons you needed to learn, and then move along into this phase with all the experience you needed to take away from it, and actually progress in a way that you could really take charge of your own life and really take charge of the experiences and the way that you choose to perceive them and react to them. And that is a big thing about when, you know, we need lessons, because that's the point, is like, as kids, what happens? You hurt yourself once, sometimes you need to do it twice and then you learn. And sometimes you need to do it 3 times. But the fact is you're gonna learn anyway, right? You're gonna figure it out eventually. So why not use what you've learned in this past cycle, or however many cycles you feel like you've had to go through to understand these lessons, to give you that clarity and that ability to take away the reality of how you needed to understand what that was for you then, to know now how you choose to show up about, you know, whatever it is and however it relates to your specific experience at this time. Okie dokie. So I've got some oracle cards to give some further insight as to what is going behind the scenes of this energy that you may not be paying attention to, may not be realizing is occurring right now. So we have new beginnings under the World card, which is relevant. You know, the World card, once again, is just this aspect of, you know, we need to let go of the old cycles to commence new cycles. So new beginnings is a beautiful card saying that you're in this position of allowing new things to blossom, new things to birth, new things to just come alive and bring you joy and bring you a new insight to whatever it is you need to see in this particular new cycle you're walking into. Then we have generosity in the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like the maple spirit is the card name, actually. It feels like this is this energy of, like, once again, you have a tree in this particular one. This growth that needs to come from this upheaval, in the sense of the wheel, you know, changing the wind direction of where you're going. It's like because you're changing direction, now you can start projecting what you want to give your love, your energy to, in a way that's actually going to return it back to you properly. Like, karma goes both ways. There's karma and dharma. Once you actually acknowledge that your dharma will come back to you if you keep offering in a way that it's actually going to the sources that will benefit more than the things you may have been forcing before in the past. And then we have happiness under death and rebirth. Okay, that is quite the contradictory type energy, because I think the thing is that a lot of us cannot see the happiness that is about to commence for one's path, especially going through a death and rebirth experience, because it's like, oh, but I'm, letting go of all these things. I can't see the good in life. But when you actually sprout out of the ground and you've been through the darkness and you've actually found that light at the end of the tunnel by getting yourself through it, that happiness will come through for you. But you also have to actually choose it. You have to choose that it is for you. It is something that you deserve, and you have always deserved to be happy. But death needs to occur so that you can let go of, whether that be a version of you that you don't associate with anymore. Like, it doesn't feel right to be the version you may have been in the past. And that is why it's saying that may have made you miserable in the past. It maybe have had created a lot of negative emotions within you. But now it's saying that if you let these things go, if you actually allow it to be transmuted by Mother Gaia and allow her to take that for you, she'll return you some beautiful energies of happiness and joy. And that's the positivity I'm getting from this, is that yes, there's a lot of things that are moving and shifting, and then a lot that is going to feel very unnerving in the sense of just not knowing how to proceed. But it's such a beautiful energy if it's all happening for your highest good, my love. Like, it's just, the last card is exactly what I was working my way into. Rainbow, waterfall, miracles. I'm telling you straight away that because you're experiencing this path, because you're actually taking the steps towards this balancing of the scales with the Two of Pentacles and stabilizing that, your miracles are gonna happen. They're gonna blossom and they're gonna bloom, because you've made the effort. You've taken the path to get yourself out of old versions of however it was playing out with people, with yourself, with just whatever it was, career, love, it doesn't matter. It's just all of that wasn't serving you is now being wiped clean, because your miracles needed space to actually birth. I hope that made sense, because your miracles deserve to be seen and deserve to be felt. But unless you have room for them to actually come through for you, that's going to make it so much more challenging for you to see it and perceive that your miracles have actually arrived for you. And I think that's the biggest thing, is this is really a big message about your miracles are coming for you, but you got to open your arms and accept them with love. You have to be able to know that this love that you're experiencing within yourself will actually project into your external reality, but it starts within. So above, so below. Like, you got to have that concept of, that balancing is, yes, the 3D is more delayed. You won't see it like that. It won't happen instantaneously, but that's why the work you do on yourself now is so important to achieving the space that you need to create for your miracles to actually come through. Because the universe wants to bless you. The universe wants to give you what you deserve. But you also have to know that you deserve that too. The universe can't just try and convince you day and day to say, hey, I'm trying to give you this. I'm trying to bless you with these new things. But there's no room to give it to you because you're holding on to all this baggage that doesn't serve you anymore. And I think that's the beautiful aspect of the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes you can't take all that all the bags you've been holding on to, all the stuff that you wanted to cling on to. It's what's weighing you down from making it to the end of that tunnel. So allow yourself to really use this guidance and this reading to give you that insight, however it needs to be for you today, divine soul, because you are very much well on your way to receiving what you've always been, divinely guided to receive. But you got to allow it to be welcomed into your reality. So I hope this helped, and I hope this benefited you in the way that it needed to. And I wish you all the best on your journey as always. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.